Hi, and welcome to Messages and Mottos. I'm Angela Poch. I'm a counselor and life coach, and today we're going to be looking at listen to your body. Last time I talked about no pain, no gain, so I encourage you to watch that video. And that kind of led to this one. Listen to your body. So, of course, the first thing we want to do is find out the truth in that statement and where does that apply that I can be truthful. A couple things I want to talk about in regards to that. Number one, if you are living a pretty healthy lifestyle, you're eating right, you're moderate in exercise, and it's pretty hard necessarily to judge all of that. And obviously there's no cookie cutter because it's different for each person, but there is general guidelines, right? 7 hours of sleep, give or take an hour, half an hour, somewhere in there. Lots of whole grains, fruits and vegetables, nuts, beans, seeds, or other proteins, so if you're Mediterranean diet, that kind of thing. But, avoiding the white sugars and the white starches. And I know there's different diets out there, keto and paleo and all that stuff. But in general, I stick to the stuff that's kind of like the longevity studies. Although I am trying the keto diet out because I want to experience what my clients experience, and I feel like it's kind of hypocritical of me if I'm going to talk about something if I don't actually try it myself. So just so you know, I practice what I preach, or at least I try to. So call me on it if you ever think, what's she talking about? Does she know what she's talking about? Always call me on it because, hey, I'm just another face on YouTube, right? So if you ever want to see my credentials, they are on my website. I do have a diploma in nutrition and I have taken some courses. So it's not totally like spur of the moment talking here. But yeah, so, finding those balances. And if you want to find all those, if you want to know what those balances are, like the general guidelines, I have a free 2-hour video called Optimal Health. What's a video series? So you can just watch 5 minutes at a time. Totally free on my website. You don't have to put in. Actually, it's on one of my YouTube channels too. Sorry, it's probably on my Angela Poch channel. And you don't have to put any personal information in or anything. You can just watch them at will, take it or leave it. So there's that general bubble of healthy living. And to be honest with you, most of us, when we're honest with ourselves, we kind of know. We kind of know deep down this, I really should get a little more exercise, and my sleep, maybe I should get some help understanding sleep. And although we can also be creating a lot of rules for ourselves and think we're not doing enough, and we are, or we think, oh, I'm fine, and we aren't. So, just like these mottos, everything with a grain of salt and a little balance, and always being willing to look in and say, am I really okay with this? Like, am I surrendered? What's a good word for that? Am I like listening to what's going on around me? Because let's face it, we don't always know what's right. And that's why there's the balance to listen to your body, because unfortunately the body can deceive you. For example, we know that if you overeat, it actually triggers hormones in the stomach lining called ghrelin, which makes you like growly hungry. That's how I remember it. It actually triggers you to be more hungry when you've overeaten. And there's other things your body does too. So in that case, you can't listen to your body when it tells you you're hungry, you're hungry. Lots of other times your body is super thirsty, and we treat it as hunger. The signals in the brain are cross-wired. And it's because of the habits we form, like the brain is all about the electronic pathways. And so if you've been able to satisfy thirst by having a drink of juice or pop, because that's cool and wet and it actually satisfies the thirst quicker, but you're actually not getting enough liquid in, that triggers the brain. Oh, that's what I need. And then that can actually translate into even food. So yeah, we can't always just trust our body. On the other side of the coin, when we're stretching and we understand and we've worked with a professional and they say, okay, this is how far, like it should feel a little uncomfortable, but not like where you're wincing. Like that was the best advice my massage therapist gave me, was, yeah, you know, we are tender. And sometimes in our mind, we're like, well, how do I know? How do I know it's too much? Well, if you're flinching and you're like, oh, like when you're exercising or getting a massage or that kind of thing, that's too much. And if you're not sure, ask a professional, someone that actually knows. Like, don't just stick it on social media and ask and do like an independent survey, because everyone has an opinion. I'm sure you'll see that in the comments. Everyone has an opinion. It's not always educated. Well, it's educated in their own experience. The thing with anecdotal experience, and this is the same thing as not necessarily trusting your body, the problem with anecdotal evidence is it's selective and is limited. So you might know a person who sleeps 12 hours a day and they're like in their 80s. And you're thinking, well, see, it's okay to sleep a long time. Like, look, they're fine. Well, number one, can you be 100% sure they actually sleeping 12 hours a day? Is it because they told you that? Is it because some things you heard once from them or a couple times from them? Is it because they're just one of the one-off? You know, everything, you know, there's people on the extremes. And quite often that stands out in our mind. We're like, oh yeah, look. And then we become more aware of it. I don't know if you've ever done this or noticed this, but if you get a new vehicle, I say new, but like a new used one or whatever, it seems like you see them all over, or that color. Or if there's a color you really like and you've been looking at it, all of a sudden you become very aware of it. And it's a process that happens in your brain. You become more in tune. So you hear it everywhere and you think, look, I'm hearing this everywhere. It's got to be really super common. But unfortunately, because the brain works, it's not accurate. How many people do you actually know? There's 6 billion people on the planet. How many of those 6 billion do you personally know well enough that you could say with 100% certainty, yeah, they're doing this, right? So I know that kind of digressed, but it's the same mindset as listening to your body. We kind of want to do what comes easy. Like that's our natural inclination. Our natural inclination is like, oh yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm craving something. Oh, I'm craving chocolate or coffee. Oh, look at all the antioxidants in there. It's good for me. So it's good that I'm craving these things. Maybe I need magnesium. And there's some truth to that. Sometimes we crave certain things because they do have certain nutrients. The problem is when we use that to give ourselves permission to go having things that are not healthy for us because we're eating too much of it or too often. So when you think of listen to your body, and I just realized I say so a lot. So sorry. So sorry. I'm, trying to articulate better. But yeah, so the listen to your body. All things considered, if you understand the balance of that statement, there are times to listen to your body. There's times where you are exhausted and you need a nap. Okay, I'm going to listen to my body, but I'm also going to think about all the other intelligent things I know. I shouldn't nap 5 minutes before bed or an hour or 4 hours before bed, right? I shouldn't nap while I'm driving. So you take and you put it within the framework of the knowledge that you have, or ask some experts who do have the knowledge. So with that, I hope that listen to your body was a bit informative, and maybe you will understand a little bit of how to take and listen to your body within the framework of what is healthy for the average human being. And you might be slightly one way or more than the other, like sleep or how much you eat or any of these things that we listen to our body for. Lots of times it's exercise. Or in terms of mental health, it could be emotionally, listen to your body. Your body's crying out with stress. For me, I get irritable bowel. I need to listen to my body. When I start getting stomach pain, I have to stop and go, what's bothering me? I do. Then I go, oh yeah, I was really kind of irritated that this person dismissed my opinion because I thought we were having a good conversation. So yeah, there are times to definitely listen to your body, and there are times where your body's going to deceive you. And I'd love to hear in the comments below, which of those are for you? When is a time when you've needed to listen to your body, and when's a time where you've been like, boy, I'm glad I didn't listen to my body? Thank you for watching. Please be kind. We're all real people with real problems and real feelings. Thanks for watching.